And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down, Kaiser. This pass complete to Reynolds. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's go now. Thing is a loss. We taking wins home.
From the gun, Kaiser. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 20.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He's going to look deep for more. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. but it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. To throw on 2nd and 6. Kaiser. Throw left side complete. That's Hernandez. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Here's Kaiser. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Kaiser. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Flush to his right, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd down, McCain. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Newton. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Stay with your man. Alert 3. 8. Switch.
And Newton's going to keep it. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 2nd and goal from the 1. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Watts. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hernandez. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They can't hang with us.
First down, Kaiser. Complete. Smith has it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Come on, set. You know the base. 59. It's a party now. It's a party. Trump. Go, go, go. Check.
To throw on 3rd down. Kaiser. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And whistle blown, a timeout here. Is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Kaiser and the offense staying put. They're going for it.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Kaiser to throw for it on 4th. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Panthers' 17-yard line.
Ready. Check. 59. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long.
Now they try the right side here. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On third down, Kaiser. And he fires one, but incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 31, Newton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now Newton. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this... Oh, wide open, complete. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there for Carolina. 49 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him? Being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 29, Kaiser. Completes it to Aguilar. A big play there for the Bengals. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Kaiser. Going right side here, and that's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. The Bengals on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Thompson drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On 2nd and 10, Kaiser. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
His pass caught at the 4. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Kaiser now. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Check 56. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Watch Twitch. Watch Twitch.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. On 2nd down now, McCain. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Ready? I know he ain't got it. Watch tight end. 3 down. Ready?
Cam fakes the give and keeps it to the right side, and he's got more complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taking it about the 36. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. To throw again on 2nd down. Kaiser. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
35 the mic. Here we go. Here we go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Kaiser. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
They find some open field here. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there from McCaffrey. Give him 58 yards on the ground. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual
it.
guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, Just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Carolina, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it'll be lost.